With the NBA announcing that they are going to do their awards based on what happened before they went on hiatus, I thought I would come up here and give my own award predictions for each and every single award. But before we get started, make sure y'all drop a like down below so I can keep making fire content. And also let me know your opinions in the comment section, because I'm thinking about doing my own predictions for who should be on the All-NBA teams, but just let me know if you want to see something like that in the comment section. But without further ado, let's get started with the first award, which is the Rookie of the Year. For the Rookie of the Year, I have to give it to Ja Morant. Now, don't get me wrong, there are other great rookies this year. Obviously, Zion Williamson has been incredible in the 19 games that he played, and you also have other quality rookies such as Kendrick Nunn, Tyler Hero, Brandon Clark. They're all playing up to their full capabilities and having really good rookie campaigns. But despite that, Brandon Clark and Kendrick Nunn, as well as Tyler Hero, they're just not playing on the level that Ja is. And in the case of Zion, 19 games is not enough for him to be the Rookie of the Year, because if he were to win it, that would essentially mean they screwed Embiid in his rookie year for nothing, because Embiid played 31 games, which was the reason why he couldn't win the Rookie of the Year, and it went to Malcolm Brogdon instead. And I think a very similar situation will happen with this Rookie of the Year race as well, as Ja this year has averaged 18 points and 7 assists, as well as 3 to 4 rebounds, also shooting 49% from the field, 37% from behind the arc, as well as 77% from the free throw line. So considering the fact that he's not only putting up great numbers, but the fact that he's also leading the Grizzlies to a potential playoff berth if everything goes right in Orlando, I think that's enough to secure the Rookie of the Year honors for Ja Morant. But moving on to the next award, we have the Coach of the Year. I'm not going to spend too much time on this because I think it's a pretty clear-cut answer. I gotta give it to Nick Nurse. Don't get me wrong, you have other contenders such as Mike Budenholzer or even Frank Vogel, some may say, but I think Nick Nurse is the clear-cut winner, especially considering that the Toronto Raptors have remained as one of the top teams not only in the Eastern Conference but in the NBA as a whole. And despite the loss of Kawhi Leonard, it looks like the team has not missed a beat, combined with the improvement of Pascal Siakam as he's elevated his game to stardom levels. I think Nick Nurse has done a fantastic job and without a doubt deserves to be the Coach of the Year. But moving on to the next award, we have the Defensive Player of the Year. And if I'm being honest, there are a lot of worthy candidates for this award. If you had asked me this a couple of months into the season, I might have said Rudy Gobert, but it seems like teams have figured out how to pull him away from the paint to nullify what he brings defensively, so I don't think I can really give it to him. And then you got another guy like Ben Simmons, who's been amazing on the defensive side of the ball this year, proving that he can guard all 5 positions at a very capable level. And then you got another guy like Anthony Davis, who's made a personal mission to win the Defensive Player of the Year, and you can see it in every single play as he's hustling to defend anyone that he can. He's amazing not only when it comes to protecting the rim, but unlike Gobert, he's somebody that in a pick and roll scenario can actually play fairly solid defense as he can switch. But the guy I want to highlight as the winner of the Defensive Player of the Year is none other than Giannis Antetokounmpo. I think Giannis doesn't really get enough credit for just how amazing he is on the defensive side of the ball. Not only does his length and size give him the advantage to be able to guard all 5 positions, but considering that he is anchoring down the best defense in the NBA, I think that's something that should be taken into account, because whenever we talk about any of the greatest defenders of all time, they were able to elevate their team's defense to a whole nother level. And when you look at not only the play on the court from the eye test, but even the numbers, it all backs it up in the case of Giannis. He leads the league in defensive box plus minus. He also leads it in defensive win shares, as well as a defensive rating of 96, which leads the league as well. He is playing at an all-time level defensively and is without a doubt the best defender in basketball today. Hence, I think he deserves the Defensive Player of the Year. But moving on to the next award, we have the 6th Man of the Year. And this one is very tough. There are so many candidates for this award. So if you guys disagree with my pick for this award, I completely understand. as there are a plethora of candidates. You have Montrezl Harrell and Lou Williams, both averaging 18 points a game coming off of the bench for the Los Angeles Clippers, who need their production as Kawhi Leonard and Paul George were suffering due to injuries in the regular season or load management, so they needed some offensive consistency to come from somebody. But then you got another guy like Derrick Rose, who's averaging 18 points and 6 assists coming off of the bench for the Detroit Pistons while shooting 49% from the field. Let's not also forget about Goran Dragic, as he made the transition to coming off of the bench full time for the Miami Heat and has averaged 16 points and 5 assists, shooting 44% from the field and 38% from behind the arc on 6 attempts. But the player that I think deserves this award is Dennis Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder this year has been incredible for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Not only is he having his best season yet, but he's improved in the category that everybody wanted him to improve at throughout his entire career, other than defense obviously, and that's his three-point shooting. This year he's shooting a career high not only in attempts but also in three-point percentage with 5.1 attempts while shooting 38% from behind the arc. He has improved tremendously when it comes to his three-point shooting, and don't get it twisted, he can score on all levels of the court, as he is averaging 19 points per game as well as shooting 47% from the field and 84% from the free throw line. It looks like Schroeder has finally found his role for an NBA roster and has embraced being a sixth man off the bench for the Oklahoma City Thunder, and for those reasons as well as the ones I mentioned earlier, I think he deserves to win the Sixth Man of the Year. But moving on to the next award that we have the Most Improved Player. Now, out of all the awards, I gotta be honest, this was the hardest one to judge. Not just because there are so many candidates, but there are actually candidates that can win the award and I wouldn't even be angry about it. You got Brandon Ingram, who was teetering on the verge of being called an NBA bust, who this year is an all-star in New Orleans. You got Luka Doncic and Trae Young, who are coming off of incredible rookie campaigns and now are playing basketball at an elite level offensively. But the guy that I want to highlight for this award is Bam Adebayo. Bam Adebayo this year has seen such significant improvement, as he went from being Hassan Whiteside's backup last year to being an Eastern Conference All-Star, averaging 16 points and 10 rebounds as well as 5 assists while shooting just short of 57% from the field. Offensively, he has made tremendous strides not only as a scorer but as a playmaker as well, as he can handle the ball a little bit and make some plays for others due to the spacing that the Miami Heat give him to work with on the court. And let's not forget his improvement in his defensive production, as last year he wasn't really able to show what he can do coming off of the bench for the Miami Heat defensively, even though we all knew his capabilities as he showed flashes and moments. But this year, being a starter with the Miami Heat, he has not only elevated his offensive production but defensively has been able to show what he can do, as he is an elite defender in my opinion. I think he's really good in pick and roll scenarios, as he can switch on all 5 positions and he can defend the rim at a very high level. So when it comes to who I have for Most Improved, I'm gonna go with Bam Adebayo. But now we have arrived at our final award, and of course it is the MVP. Who do I have winning the MVP of the 2019-20 NBA season? And I have Giannis Antetokounmpo. Don't get me wrong, to all the LeBron James fans out there, he's been incredible this year, not just for a guy that's 35 years of age, but I can almost guarantee you that some Hall of Famers wish they could put up numbers like this in the middle of their primes. LeBron has been phenomenal this year. I will never take that away from him. But I do not think he's been better than Giannis. And if I'm being honest, what really put Giannis over the top of LeBron in the MVP race for me was his efforts defensively. Sure, he's not assisting the ball as much as LeBron, but he's still matching him in points per game, even outdoing him, averaging nearly 30, as well as rebounds, averaging just short of 14 a game in that category. So when you combine his offensive production with the fact that he's the best defender in the NBA in my opinion, I don't really think there's an argument for LeBron to be over a guy like Giannis Antetokounmpo, who's not only doing that on the court, but is leading his team to the best record in the NBA that was on pace for 70 wins before he got hurt at the end of the season. I think that should more than justify Giannis being my pick for the MVP. But that concludes this video. Y'all let me know your opinions in the comment section. I'm sure a lot of you guys may disagree, especially with my MVP pick as well as my Most Improved Player, as those are probably the most controversial awards. maybe the Rookie of the Year as well. Just let me know your opinions down below. I'll interact with as many people as I can. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe if you enjoy what you see from this channel, as well as hit that bell for post notifications. This is your boy Young Mustard signing out. Y'all stay safe and wear a mask. I'm out. Peace.